Hey guys, it's Christina here from Positive Property. How are you? Today I wanted to do a video about the 3 things that are stopping you from becoming a successful property investor. Now these are really important things to learn and I guess to get a grasp of if you do want a successful property investor and become successful at that. So number 1 is misinformation. Now, I hear this all the time, especially when people ask me, hey, what do you do? And I say, well, I'm a property mentor. I help people invest in property. They go, oh, property's doing bad at the moment. It's going down in Sydney. It's gone down 13%. People are always so quick to talk about the negative, no matter what. And especially when it comes to property, everyone seems to have their 2 cents that they want to put in there. And it's always doom and gloom. I mean, when have you ever opened up anything from the media or seen anything on the media that says, hey, everything's really good in property, you should buy now and you'll make lots of money? But the fact of it is, if you look at the past, there are patterns. So there's always going to be patterns when you look at the past. And we can use this as a really good predictor of what the future is going to say about property. So yes, it is true. In some parts of Australia, property is going down, but it's going to come back up. And there are a lot of great opportunities right now. Even when there's places that are going down, there's always going to be places that are going up. So that's what you need to keep your mind open to and look out for. Because all that misinformation out there, and people are they're almost like parrots and they're really quick to repeat something negative they've heard, whether it's from somebody they know, like a friend around the barbecue, or something from the media. Misinformation, it's everywhere. So just be aware, and the best way to counteract that is to actually be down there and doing it and investing yourself and knowing what's happening. But you've got to do it the right way. So make sure that you're getting the right mentor and I guess investing where it's actually going up. So that's another really important key. So there's a lot of fear from this misinformation basically. And what is fear? Well, it's false education appearing real. And look, property's not easy, so it's okay to have fear. But as long as you educate yourself and you know why you've got that fear, and you might know someone who's had a bad experience, but why did they have a bad experience? These are the questions you need to be asking, Did they use 1, a tried and tested strategy? Number 2, are they experienced at it? Is it their full-time job? Are they always doing research and always, getting the latest and the greatest info? Or are they just going on a whim or on a gut feeling? We need to have a bit of logic when it comes to the fear associated with property investing and really think about it from a numbers perspective. And at the end of the day, if the numbers don't work, they don't work, don't go ahead. But if they do work, then that's great. So fear and misinformation, it's rife, it's everywhere, it's crazy. It's time to put a stop to it, and it's time to put a stop to your fear that's being caused from this misinformation. So another big one, and this is going to help with the misinformation, is actually having the right mentor. And I was very fortunate. Obviously, I've got my husband, George Markowski, who has taught me how to invest in property, and I've built up my own property portfolio. But I wouldn't have been able to do it without the right advice and guidance from him. So he's helped me in so many ways, and I'm very fortunate to obviously not only have him as my husband, but also my best friend to guide me with my investing decisions and how I do that. And I'm just taking all his experience and then implementing that. So I'm very fortunate to get the shortcut. And he's done the same thing in his life. He's taken his great advice from his mentors. So if you surround yourself with the right sort of people and you get the right mentor when it comes to property, then you're going to do a lot better than the average person. And it comes back to that old saying, you are the sum of the 5 people that you surround yourself with. So you've got to be so careful, guys, with surrounding yourself with the right type of people. And I think that's why we started the Positive Property Club, because we wanted to surround ourselves with like-minded investors who have got the same goals as us, and we're all there to support each other and bring each other up and talk about what we're doing and how awesome it is. There's no negativity, it's all positive, and we're all sharing what we're doing right now, sharing our strategies, sharing our education, and sharing our experiences, and then everyone can learn from that. And I love hanging around people that I guess are on the same path and journey in life as myself. because it gets that momentum going, and it just makes everything so much better to surround yourself with the right minded sort of people. So that's number 2, making sure that you've got the right mentor and surround yourself with the right support group. Because if you've got people around you that are dragging you down, that are saying, oh, property's not a good idea, you know, you might lose money, those people probably aren't the best people to be hanging around with. And what I find is that those people that are saying that, I ask them this question: so how many properties do you have? Usually they've got a big fat 0. They've got no properties. So really important to understand, you know, the fear mentality that those sort of people have, and to surround yourself with the right type of people that are gonna kick the same goals as you. And I guess number 3 is overwhelm and confusion in the market. So there's so many different strategies out there, and there's so many different ways, and I almost think that sometimes there's too many different options out there. So you need to come back to why you're doing this. Why do you want to invest in property in the first place? Is it to create freedom? And what I mean by freedom is to have money and time, to have both of those things. If that's your goal, then you need to take your emotional decisions out of this. You know, don't think, okay, I'm going to buy a house and then it's going to be a holiday house, or I'm going to rent it out to my brother and he'll get slightly cheaper rent because he's family or whatever. An investment property has one purpose. It's an investment property. So it's there to help you get your goal of creating ultimate freedom. So you really need to be smart here and give it one purpose. You know, you're not going to be doing renovations. You're not going to be flipping this. This is a long-term thing, and it's not going to make money overnight. But what we do is a buy and hold strategy. So being super clear on your strategy and having one purpose, and forgetting all the overwhelm, forgetting all this stuff about developments, renovations, and all these ideas. Just get one strategy and stick to it. And it doesn't matter what strategy it is, as long as that strategy is tried and tested and it works for you. And that's what I've found through Positive Property, and that's what I'm helping people do now. So that's it, guys. Those are the top 3 things that are stopping you from becoming a successful property investor, and what you need to know to be able to do that. If you like this video, please give us a comment down below, and don't forget to like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys. Bye.